Hello guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. Now Valentine's Day is right around the corner and I have been loving like all of the pink vibes. Pink is one of my absolute favorite eyeshadow colors to work with. Plus, it's my favorite color. Now, if you haven't seen last week's video, which I'll go ahead and leave a link down below, I did a Valentine's Day / special occasion look. It was just a really pretty, romantic, soft glam. Now, this week, I was like, all right, last week, I've done the wearable look. Now it's time to kick it up a notch, have some fun playing with some bright pink colors, and create a really bold, dramatic, fun look. So I recently placed an order for some new P.Louise products. Now you guys know that I love her eyeshadow base. It's a game changer and I am beyond excited for these products. So she has come out with her bases in colors. Now we have here the Basic Bright. So we have her base in some really fun, bright, crazy colors. So we have here, you know, a blue, an orange, a pink. You can also mix the colors to create your own custom shade. We also have here, firstly, how cute is this packaging? We also have here her bases in some pastel colors. They are so pretty. So I'm going to be using, you know, the pinks and red today. I haven't played with these in a look before, but I've swatched them and I can already tell that I'm going to be absolutely obsessed with them. So I cannot wait to create a look with them today. I also have here her eyeshadow palette. Now I have never tried any shadows or any products from her brand before. The packaging of this is beautiful. It is gold. It has some white feathers in it. It is heavy though. Like literally you wouldn't be able to travel with this. I feel like if you swung it around, you would do some like major damage. It's also a lot like bigger than what it looks online. The shades, hold on, let me open it. It's a little bit hard to open because it is so big, but the shades are just beautiful. So we're going to be dipping into the pinks today. I cannot wait to use this. So before you leave, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click that little notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Also, be sure to check out my Instagram, which is linked down below, to see makeup looks and tutorials that you won't see here on YouTube. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and let's just go ahead and jump right in. Starting with the shade Rude Boy Red, I'm applying this above my crease as we are going to be creating a cut crease today, and then going in with a lighter pink shade. So this is Winter Rose, and I'm applying that above the red and also blending it together. We're kind of mimicking the blend and gradient of color that we would create with eyeshadow. And you don't have to be too precise with this application as it is only just the base. And I'm taking one of her regular bases, so in the shade 0, which is a white, and I'm blending that below the brow because we don't want a bit of pink on the brow, you know, we want to create a highlight on that brow bone. Jumping straight into the eyeshadow palette, now I'm taking the shades Velvet Kiss and In Lust, and I'm applying this on that red base, and this red base is going to really help intensify the shadows, and I'm using tapping motions with the Morphe M456 brush. With the same brush, and then going to dip into the shade Idolize, and I'm applying this just above the previous shade. Again, we aren't using blending motions at this stage. We just really want to pack the shadow on that base in order to get maximum pigmentation. And then going to dip into the shade Infatuation, and I'm going to start to use blending motions to help blend out the previous shade and just create a really pretty gradient from dark to light. Now it's time to cut the crease, so I'm just using that same white base to do this, and then we're going to really be able to focus on creating a really beautiful blend. And I'm creating this cut crease above my natural crease so that I'll have enough room on the lid to work with. I'm then going to go ahead and use a cotton tip and some makeup remover to clean all of that excess shadow below the cut crease so we have a clean canvas for working on the lid. I'm going to take the shade Hooked to line the edge of this cut crease to create more intensity and depth, and I'm actually using a brow brush to do this. So this is the Morphe M158 brush. And it's okay some of the shadow gets on the lid because we can go ahead and clean that up a little bit later on. And then using some of the previous shades to blend this out. Then just going back in with more makeup remover to clean and sharpen up that edge. I'm going to go back into that light pink shade Winter Rose, and I'm going to be applying this all over my lid, and this is going to act as our lid color. Now I want to create like a winged liner look using that red base, but I'm going to go ahead and smudge out those edges to create a beautiful blend and fade into that lid shade. And I'm using a small bullet brush, so this is the Morphe Y22, to help create that beautiful blend. And I found applying these bases made the whole blending process so much easier. Now to set the light pink on the lid, I'm going to take a Meraki Cosmetics loose highlighter, and this has a pink shift to it, so it's going to look so pretty when it hits the light. Then just going back over everything to make sure we have a beautiful blend. And then I'm just using some makeup remover on a cotton tip to clean up the edge of the wing. Now I thought the look needed a little bit of sparkle, so I'm taking the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in Glamrock. I'm just lining the edge of that cup crease. And I think adding these sparkles really tied the look together, and I love it. Then going in with mascara, I'm just using the Benefit Roller Lash. And then for some falsies today, I'm using the Bold Face Makeup Lashes in the style Lashes Out. So moving on to the skin, and I'm going to prime today using the Urban Decay Self-Adjusting Complexion Primer, just to kind of blur those imperfections and just create a really smooth canvas for foundation. Going in with the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation in the shade Chai, and I'm just buffing this in using the Morphe M439 brush. And I love this foundation, it's super full coverage and it sits beautifully on the skin. For concealer, I'm just going in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Porcelain. I'm just applying this concealer under my eyes and to the center of my face to highlight those areas. And I'm just buffing that in using the Sigma Bake Precision brush, and I'm also using that concealer to just sharpen and clean up the edge of the eyeshadow. And I like to use my foundation brush to help buff the concealer into my skin so that there's no harsh line between that concealer and foundation. I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder to lock those liquids into place so that they don't move throughout the day. Using the Benefit Hoola bronzer, I'm just going to quickly contour to hollow out my cheekbones. Then to warm up my skin, I'm using the Anastasia powder bronzer in Rosewood. I love this stuff. It just literally like brings the life back into my face. Before continuing on with the rest of the face, I just want to work on the lower lash line. So I'm going to take the P.Louise base in the shade Poppin Pink, which is kind of a shade between the red and the light pink, and I'm just going to go ahead and run this under my lower lash line. Going back into the palette, I'm basically doing the same process that I did on my lid. So starting with the darkest shade we used, I'm running that as close to my waterline as possible and using the lightest pink to buff out the whole lower lash line and just create a really blown out smoky look. I'm going to take a Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Watermelon Soda. Now these are eye safe, so I'm just going to go ahead and run that in my waterline. And I've loved using these colored bases. They really intensified the pigmentation of the shadow and also made the whole blending process so much easier. I've also really enjoyed using this palette. The shades are so pigmented, easy to blend, and I can definitely see this palette becoming my next go-to. So I just quickly did my brows, and now moving back onto the face, we want to add some color to my cheeks. So I'm going to take the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Dolce Pink. And I'm highlighting my cheeks today using that same Meraki Cosmetics loose highlighter that we used on our eyes. And I'm also going to highlight my inner corner with this. For lips today, we're going to go all pink, and I'm taking the Suva Beauty Moisture Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Abstract Thoughts. And I thought the lips needed to be muted down just a little bit, so I'm taking another Suva Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Daydreamer and just popping that over the top. I absolutely love how this look turned out. I literally, can I wear this 24/7 please? I hope that you enjoyed the video. Be sure to let me know down below in the comments what you think of the finished look, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.